Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video, let's look at Sitecore item buckets. Before we get started, we need to understand what is the problem statement or what problem Sitecore item buckets trying to solve. I'm already logged in as administrator in our Sitecore 10.1 XP version. Let's go to content editor. For this demo purpose, I have already created some books and author items, relevant templates, content and media, everything. So I have all these arranged for the different demo. So if you notice here under home, you have books. There are a lot of books are there, and so my favorite books and authors. So okay, what is this? What is the problem here? Now, in a technical standpoint, other than removing the not considering the cache and all, so whenever you are opening any item, I mean as a parent, so you are collapsing this or you are expanding this, all the child items gets loaded. So it's a performance impact is there. And also, is it a better content authoring experience if they have like huge number of items under one parent? So either content authors can search and go to the relevant item, or they need to scroll and verify where this item is. Not a good authoring experience. Also, you can search here. That is the reason. For all these reasons, Sitecore suggests us to, if it is, I mean, any child items collectively like increasing more than 100 items, Sitecore suggests us to use item buckets. So now let's see what are item buckets. So item buckets are kind of a placeholder or repository where it can contain all the unstructured items. Okay, what is unstructured items now here? We know everything in Sitecore is an item. So all these are items. And now this is structured. How it is structured means this has a proper order. So if you go to builders, home, books and 1984, you select this is the book. But unstructured means it will not be visible like this. So where the relation might be quite different and you might need to do little search to navigate to that item. So those are all unstructured items. And two important concepts in this is, one is item bucket. Item bucket is where the parent contains, parent will act as a bucket. So this is a bucket which can hold all the unstructured items. Although it can handle structured item as well, but it is never a good experience to have structured and unstructured in the single bucket. So first we need to consider item bucket is the parent, and underlying all the unstructured items are called bucketable items. So we need to mark these as a bucketable items. Enough about theory, let me show you so that it will be more clear. So I'm going on to the books, and let me go to the configure tab. First concept is we need to make this as a item bucket. So let me click on this bucket. You can notice that on the mouse over you are seeing convert this item into an item bucket. So I'm clicking on this. It will give you, are you sure you want to turn this an item bucket? So again, two cases here. You can turn this as an item bucket here, or you can go to the template, respective template and standard values. Obviously you know the difference. So if you are marking this item as a item bucket, then it is only applicable to this item. If you are marking the template standard value as a item bucket, then any item created based on the template will be act as a item bucket. But right now we will just take the item only. So I'm marking this as item. Now if you notice, immediately it will be disabled and it will say revert or sync. Now I can run sync, so but it will not have synchronize this item bucket. So all this under this item bucket will be synchronized. But remember, we have not marked this as unstructured items. We have marked this as a still these are like normal items. We need to mark them as unstructured items. So how do we do that? That is called bucketable items. Let me go to 1984. So you notice that it is giving us a warning saying let me just collapse this. Unbucketable item stored in an item bucket. So this is an item, however it is not hidden because the template is not bucketable. If you want to hide this item, yeah, blah blah. But main thing it is telling is this parent is an item bucket, but this child particular item is not is marked as unbucketable. So we need to change that. So for that, again, two ways to do this. Either you can do it at the item level or at the standard values, template standard values. Good thing for us is Sitecore gives us the option to mark the standard value here itself. So we want to mark this as a standard value because there are a lot of books. I don't want to go to each and every book and do that. So I'm marking this as a standard values. Then you will get a warning. So this will allow every item based on book template. So because this is the template book, I want to continue. Okay. Still, okay. Now if you go, oh, come on. Current item. Yeah, I'm marked as a current item. Save it. Now this disappears, but still these are showing as a normal parent tree relation only. So for that, what we need to do is go back to the books. Now you will have like sync or revert. So click on sync. It will take a while based on your how many number of items are there. So it is syncing. So sync operation is completed. Now if you open, let me just collapse this. See, there are hidden items in this container. So where are my book items? I can't see them. So either now I need to go to search and just do a basic search. So I get books, all these book items, I get it. And maybe I want to go to the last lecture book. I can search here, or I can search. So the last. So if I select this, notice here what is the item path, because item path is where exactly it resides, right? Notice the item path, Sitecore content builders home, books. Till books it is fine, but notice that 2019 5/11/05, there are some numbers are coming, and the date is coming, right? So that is what the difference is. I want to publish this first because it should be browsable on the website. I'll show you how it is browsable. Sitecore demo.local. Now till home, this is part of the URL. This part of the main URL. So rest all is the last lecture. You will not find anything because I only had the layout added, because I didn't create any book related components. So you will get it like this, but let me just show you. But ideally, if we don't have buckets, it should show like this, right? Books and the last lecture, because ideally it would be like this. Sitecore demo.local books, but it is saying no, the required document is not found. Document is only found at this, because directly there is no book under there is no the last lecture book under books. So if you want to see how it is here, then go to views. There is a checkbox for buckets, so enable this. Then notice, see here how it came in. So it is the last lecture because we have already selected that, and it collapsed all these things with a bunch of numbers. So this is how these buckets will be structured and it will be saved. So URL would be impacted, but you see that, I mean, ideally content authors will not dwell like this. They will only use the search operations and it will be much quicker. It does not matter how many records we will be having. I mean, under books, there might be 1,000 or 2,000 books are there. Then it work in a similar fashion and it will be much fast. And you might notice that what is these numbers. So These are the numbers, year, month, date, minutes or hours or seconds, hours and minutes. So year, month, date, hours and minutes. And again, this is configurable. Let me show you that. Go to show config. You can just go to the show config as well. So yeah, bucket folder path. Yeah, if you notice bucket folder path, here is the setting. As we just saw previous video configuration, we can configure or we can update anything. So current this structure is year, month, date, hour and minutes. So if at all you are adding a new book here, notice where it gets added. See here, 2027, this is a year, month is 07, date is 31 and 356 is a time. So this is how it is getting added. So you keep adding it because these are records from my previous demos. It's like long back I created, that's why it's coming like this, 2019 and 5 and all. So you get items like this and you can access. If you want to, I mean, like you can hide it obviously. So it will be hidden like this, and whenever someone is content author is opening, they will not be able to see anything. Only the way they can search or they can locate some books is used on the search operations. You can go and click on search and then they can navigate to particular. So remember, if you are unable to search properly, that means that your content search, which we will be going to discuss in next videos, is not working properly. So your Solr, whatever you have set up, Solr or maybe Azure Search, maybe other search engine, it's not working properly, or maybe you have some other issues because it uses content search API or it uses search to Solr or Azure Search, whatever is configured, to search the item and pull this result here. So it is more search driven component. So we need to make sure that search is working fine for this. So my local search is working fine. That's the reason I'm able to pull the records. So this is very brief about item buckets. In the next video, we will discuss, okay, does this URL look SEO friendly? Because it has a lot of numbers in place, but maybe ideally I need books and last lecture. So we'll see how we can configure or how we can change the URL, keeping everything in place same, keeping bucketable structure in same, just updating the item URL and as well as item resolver. And that requires some configurations as well, pipelines and processors. So that can show us like how we can patch configurations with the examples. So that's all for this video. Thank you for watching. See you next time.